Hey, y'all.
Hey, friends. Where are we going?
How you say it? Daith Piercing?
I'm a little nervous.
Is that what how you call it?
Daith.
Daiths?
Daith.
Okay.
Like faith with a D.
Daith? Oh, okay. Well, she's going to get a piercing. I'm not.
Well, you get headaches too. I don't know why you don't get one.
Because if you get your headache fixed, I'll take care of my headache.
That is not nice. That's not nice at all.
So I won't have no more headaches.
This works. I'm gonna give her a try because I'm sick of migraines, and I figure, heck, I'm fixing myself up for us to get on the road. Might as well get the migraines under control too. I had my migraines kind of under control with a chiropractor. I for years had been told that chiropractic would do that, and it did. It worked. But well, heck, you got to keep that up. So.
We all want to do a one time thing to fix everything.
Right. I know I need, because I felt better all over when I was going to the chiropractor regularly. But when we ever get on the road, who's to say I'll be able to find a chiropractor everywhere we go? So
when you boondocking, you want to be able to find a chiropractor.
I guess you could pop my neck, but that always freaked me out when they pop my neck.
I'll pull your head off one time.
That would be bad. But yeah, that's where we're headed. So if they'll let us video, we'll see if we can video this adventure. My little sister's gonna meet us there. If we don't talk each other out of it and chicken out, then we're gonna see if we can get these migraines under control. I actually have had migraines since I was 27. I'd never had a minor headache even. I didn't even know what a minor headache felt like until I started. This is getting personal, but heck, my whole life has been on here, so I might as well continue, huh?
Yeah.
But
lay it all out there.
Yeah, I had endometriosis, very severe endometriosis, and went through 8 years of infertility. And in an attempt to get rid of the endometriosis and try to get me pregnant, I went through a series of Lupron injections. And what Lupron does is take out every bit of estrogen in your body, and it shocks your system into menopause. And that is what triggered at 27, well, I was in my mid-20s, my early to mid-20s, when all that started happening. So in my 20s, I started having migraines. But that's what triggered my migraines, was the Lupron injections. Not only did it take out all of my estrogen, shock my body into menopause, it triggered migraines. My dad has had migraines since he was about 17, and my little sister started getting them, I think she was about 14 or 15, she started getting them. So I was lucky to be older before I got them, but they're pretty severe, and I get them with barometric pressure changes. I get them if I get hot, overheated, I get them pretty bad. Barometric has been my worst ones yet. If the barometric sways in any way, then I get the flashing lights, the halos, the darkness. I mean, I have a series of things that happen, and it takes about 20 to 25 minutes with my vision going wacky. I now take Maxalt if I have a really bad one. But
no, that's after you've already had it, though.
Yeah, if I catch one and I have Maxalt hidden all over the place, or not hidden, but stashed all over the place. I carry it in my wallet and in my, I don't carry a purse, but even in my eyeglass case, and got them by the bed, got them
suitcase.
Yeah, make sure that they go with us everywhere we travel. But if I can catch with a Maxalt as soon as my vision starts going, then I can usually keep it from getting too bad. But when I was going to the chiropractor, I didn't have them at all. But if I get bad ones, then I'll have rebounds for 3 or 4 days after my actual migraine. I'll have rebounds where they keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. So when I first started getting migraines, though, I would have to go to the hospital, and they would give me shots to just knock me out for a couple of days. Nubane? Yeah, Nubane and Phenergan is what they would give me. I don't even think they give Nubane anymore.
I thought it was Nubane.
New Bane. No, New Bang? No, New Bane. But I don't think they give that anymore. I don't know.
What,
but
opioid?
I don't know what it was, but it'd knock it out. But I mean, I slept for 2 days. So let's see if this works. Hopefully. But anyway, maybe they'll let us video how big of a chicken I am. Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully this will work. I've had several friends that have said that they went in there with a migraine and came out without it. Now I've got a minor one coming on today because the barometric pressure is kind of weird, and as we're driving, it'll, like, I can feel it and then it'll kind of let off, and then I can,
That's as we're going into the
yeah,
storm.
it's weird because as we're going into the storm I can feel it coming on, and then because we're driving, I guess the barometric pressure changes again, and then it kind of lets off a little.
So who's going to get theirs first? So I think you need to get yours first, so that way.
Devin said she wants to get hers first so that she don't talk herself out of it if I scream. But I want to get mine first because I don't want to talk myself out of it if she screams.
I want to make sure I get my headache taken care of.
Yeah. See what I have to live with? And we wonder why I have migraines. Huh. Anyway, we'll see if they'll let us video.
You get it done? Or both of you? Cool. Why don't you fill it out for me and I'll need your ID?
If we don't pick it out before you get it done.
Please do that.
So, are you familiar with like if it helps with migraines and stuff?
Most of our repeat prescribers.
If we get headaches all over, does that mean we should live on this side or
Not necessarily. There's a pressure point on either side. So whichever side you like. Some people get the back and get a second side because they think it might help them more, but that's when they're not able. It's $20 and that includes basic things. Start off
Can you be
with.
my emergency contact name? Since you're in town.
Yeah. While she's passed out, they're going to call her.
Maybe you should put Michael. He's not.
Well, you're here more than my purse.
Those are 3 options that come with it for $20.
So what do we get to change it to?
You can upgrade if you like to get pierced with different colors of
Do you
hoops.
have like smaller ones and others like?
The smallest thing that you can get pierced with to start off with is going to be this little ball right here. You can't go down too small a hoop until you're all warmed up. You get it slowly.
So what can you get pierced with over there?
Any of these across the top are $20 extra with nipples or
Go ahead.
seeds.
My name's Greg.
Where do you work at, Greg?
Some Piercing.
I was wondering how you pronounce that.
Which ear are we doing this?
My left one.
Just go ahead and lay slide your back down.
Cleaned up before.
I'm
No
gonna
problem.
pass out.
Very nice.
Pass out.
I hope you
I will after.
That's
oh,
okay.
God, I
Just
can't
my
do it.
finger.
I can't
Just
do
my
it.
finger.
I can't do it.
Yes, you
in your
can.
hair. Okay.
I
It's
don't
okay.
think I can do it.
Yes, you can. Come
Do you
on.
want me to hold my? You want to hold my hand?
I
Do you have
got you.
anything
Come
else
on.
pierced?
Yes, her ears.
This is just a Q-tip with some alcohol and soap, okay?
I don't think I could do it.
You can do it. Come on.
You did
You'll be
your
okay.
nose.
You had your nose done?
Yeah.
That was probably 30 times worse.
You think?
Oh, I know. I've had my nose done since
Okay.
1999. I'm just going to clean your ear, okay?
She's saying she got dirty ears.
I still need your ID.
Just some soap and alcohol, okay?
He's. You got it, girl. Come on. We'll be okay.
All right, I'm going to have you turn your face towards the wall. Let me throw in some steroid drugs. And we'll get this done.
You can squeeze.
It's really not going to be really as bad as you're thinking, okay? You had that way, Lily? I'm just going to place this in your ear to catch it, okay? That way you don't get an extra hole. Take a nice deep breath. Let it out.
I got you, girl.
You good, honey? Not lightheaded or anything?
Mm-hmm.
It's done, Devin.
Can you slide some jewelry in?
It's okay, man. You okay?
The rough part's done, okay?
You okay? Hang on, sweetie. Hang on.
You're gonna hear it click, it's just my tool, okay? Was it as bad as you thought it was gonna be?
No.
And
You
with
better
that
say
all on the
no.
bottom and then you're done, okay? And to take care of this, excuse me, get some sterile saline, spray it directly onto your piercing 3 times a day. Do that for 6 weeks. You're gonna notice some crusty stuff build up on it while you heal. It's all part of healing. It's your body pushing out white blood cells and bacteria. Spray some saline on that, take a Q-tip and just gently brush it off, okay? And I'm just cleaning up some lube didn't hurt, okay?
Okay.
You're not lightheaded, dizzy,
No,
none of that?
Now, can I just
You're good?
sit here for like 2 seconds?
Do what you gotta do, okay, hon?
I'm sitting here squeezing your hand harder than you're squeezing mine.
I gotta sit here for a
That's
second.
fine.
I know I'll pass out if I stand up.
Yeah, please don't pass out. I'll raise the back of this up for you so you can do that.
Sorry, I'm a baby.
You're fine.
Whew.
I have migraines in the lap. That's what we should do, right? Are you sure it didn't hurt?
I'm caught.
Are you lying? You're lying.
I'm not lying. I'm a baby about everything.
Well,
and
I
you
am
know that.
too.
I think the anxiety was the worst part.
Yeah.
You good now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
Let me see. I can't see.
Is it that small?
Well, your hair's in the way.
I don't see it.
That's good. Give me your glasses.
Oh, I thought you wanted to hold my hand.
I do that too.
Dang.
Go ahead and lay flat on your back. I'm gonna clean off your ears, just some soap and alcohol, okay?
Okay.
Turn your head towards the wall for me.
Let's hope I don't pull Mama on Jordan.
And you pass out? Wait a minute, Kelly, we gotta wait and get
It's
that off the
happened.
floor.
What, the supporter has passed out before?
Yep. I've seen it happen on more than one occasion.
You got smelling salt or something in here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
If people start to get
more
dizzy, we got
flattering
cans of
angle,
Coke,
but
water.
no, it's kind of hard.
Actually, we do have smelling salts. They're out there.
I looked at mine, I was like, oh wow.
We've never had either. I hate these gloves.
So what makes this take away migraines?
It sits on a pressure point. The pressure point basically relieves tension. It's not like 100% cure. There's no like medical proof of that. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. I've
I'd
read
make
a lot of
more
reviews
money
though
if I
that it
was.
works. So.
I hear pretty positive reviews about it. Like with anything else, there are people who say it didn't help at all. There have been people who got one, didn't help. A few weeks later, they added the second one, that did help.
Hold on a second, let me see that right there. That's what you're using?
Mhm.
Yep. Pretty
I
neat.
don't want to see what he's using.
No, that's it, well.
Oh jeez.
I'm going to place this in here to catch the needle, okay, hon?
Mm-hmm.
And get this lined up. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. You good, huh?
Yep.
That wasn't terrible, was it?
Not yet.
Just slide the door right there. I just have to close that ring, put that bead in it, okay?
Alrighty.
You're not feeling any lightheadedness, none of that?
I don't think so. I don't know why.
She's not
if
even
I am,
squeezing
am I?
my hand.
I'm not?
No, not
Okay.
very hard, so you're doing good.
Are we done?
I just have to put the bead in, okay?
Okay. But you're like,
As far as having to put stuff
Yeah.
through your body, yeah, we're done.
oh, you're awesome. That wasn't too
I have
bad.
a lot of experience.
Yeah, well, I've read a lot of reviews about y'all.
I'm glad you guys came in then.
Did you get the hoop?
Yeah.
I should have done that.
Oh,
I'm gonna close that up just a little bit more so that it'll actually stay securely, okay?
okay.
Thing being a booger.
These just have to be closed like the perfect amount for them to sit right.
I
And
understand.
paying the extra money for this, you want that little gem showing. You don't want the black or the flat purple piece on the back to show.
We won't show all this on video.
Yeah. Well, no, he's perfection. He's a perfectionist. I like that.
That's what gets people in here.
Been doing this almost 12 years around Spartanburg.
Well,
I'm licensed in 4 other states.
Really?
This is where I'm going to stay till I die. You're all done.
So,
Oh, I'm done.
Kelly,
Huh?
tell me about it.
It
Was it
really
paper?
did. No. I think it was just, I mean, I can feel it pinching a little bit, but
Devin squeezed my hand harder than you did.
that's normal, right? I've been told I have a high tolerance for pain.
Yeah, you
so-
did very good.
She didn't even know what was going. She didn't know what was going on. You done? He did already done the worst part,
Right.
and you'll get to see when he
Did
does.
awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming in.
Well, I almost passed out. I'm not gonna need it.
No, you
but
didn't.
It's not as bad as people say, or it's not as bad as I was thinking it was gonna be.
I didn't think it was either. I can feel a little bit of pressure right now, but
Yeah,
not
like a pinch, but
Yeah.
it's not like super
like
bad.
pinching me. No, I'm just kidding. But he said he's what, licensed in 4 states and been doing it 12 years. So I think we found somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's not that bad.
yeah. I recommend.
I do too. We'll review in about 3 weeks and
Yeah.
see if we still have migraines.
Yep.
So definitely a happy camper. If you have migraines and you're not sure if you should get a Daith piercing, I say go for it. And if you live in our area, go to Some Pricks, and we'll put the link at the bottom of this video. And from what I read, both of the guys are experts at doing the Daith piercings, but Greg is who did mine and Devin's, and I really liked the way that he kind of talked us through it. He was very gentle with his, not only with piercing us, but like his voice. He had a very calm demeanor, which kept me and Devin calm because we were both super nervous about it. And I think that made a huge difference of how we reacted to having to be pierced. And then he was a perfectionist as far as my earring went, because I got a round one that they made for me there. They made it for me. I wanted a purple one with a rhinestone in it. He made sure that my rhinestone was facing out, because he said, you know, he didn't want me to pay that. I paid $20 extra. It was only $20 to get it pierced, and then I paid $20 extra for my earring. And he made sure that it was facing the right way, because he said he didn't want me paying that extra money and then it not look good. So he took that extra time to make sure that it was facing the right way. So he kind of gave that extra touch to me. So if you live in or near the Greer area, go visit them, and they're at the on Randall Street at the old train depot. But Greg, and I'm sorry I didn't get the other guy's name, but Greg's amazing, so go visit him. But yeah.
No, his name's not amazing. Not Greg amazing.
No, Greg is amazing.
No.
He is amazing. Do a review. What is it? 2 days after I got my Daith piercing?
Did you get it done Sunday?
Saturday, and today's Monday, so 2 days. Today we have barometric pressure all around us. I mean, it is so it's so what's that word I usually use for it? Looks boogerish. It's really boogerish, and I'll flip around and show you in just a minute. But I don't even have a twinge. It's amazing, because usually if it looks like this, I am like can't see out of my eyes, especially my left eye. I can't function. Well, I make myself function, but I have to pop a Max salt and lay down, and this is amazing. So yeah, so far so good on my Daith piercing. Poor Devin though texted me and said that she didn't take into consideration that she has to wear a headset at work. So hers is really sore today. She said she keeps trying to take it off, but then she can't hear the people that she's talking to, so she has to put it back on. So she's really sore. I have kind of scratched mine a couple of times because I forget that it's there, because I don't even feel it, and I forget that it's there. And I got my nail hooked in it yesterday and thought that I pulled it out. I did move it around, so I might need to go back and see Greg. But yeah, I want to flip around before we get out of this, because we're on our way to Greenville and it is really looking boogerish. So you can see how boogerish it looks, but like not just there, but there, there. I mean, like all around us. Usually if I had this kind of clouds around me, like up above, there's a little bit of a clearing right above us, but on a normal day without, before I got my Daith piercing, this kind of clouds around me, I would be not very happy right now.
Y'all know what the amazing thing is?
What's the amazing thing?
I don't have a headache either.
Yay!
She got rid of my headache too.
I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. Yep.
Got a twofer.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to get his Daith pierced. So, yeah.
So what is the Daith? Is that the part of your ear there they pierce?
Yeah, that's what that is. And it's supposed to hit a pressure point. He said it's kind of like acupuncture. What? Acupuncture?
Acupuncture.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty happy. I'm excited. I hope it stays this way. But I would dare to say that it probably will, since, you know, this is what it looks like right now, and I'm not hurting. And this is, you know, barometric pressure migraines are my worst. So I need to call Devin and see how she's feeling today. But yeah. So it's been a week ago today that I got my Daith piercing, and it's like most of this week we've had thunderstorms and clouds, and I think there was maybe 2 days that was sunshiny. But normally in a week like this, and you can hear it's raining right now, so we've got thunderstorms going on right now. But normally in storms like this, my worst migraines are barometric pressure migraines, and I have not had a migraine this week. I even had 3 different friends throughout the week posting on Facebook, you know, how do you get rid of migraines? What's the best way to get rid of migraines? And normally a week like this, I would have been on my Max Salt, under the covers in the dark, trying to avoid migraines. And the only thing that I have had, like today I've got a little bit of weird vision, but it's not, you know, I just had a cornea transplant. So Michael said that he thought maybe, because I had about 2 or 3 days there that my cornea transplant eye was kind of, my vision was off compared to what it had been getting better. And you can hear the rain. I hope y'all can hear me, but I wanted to come out here just to show you that, you know, this Daith piercing's working for me. And if you have migraines, then, you know, I did a lot of research, and I read a lot of good reviews that it helped people, and then I read some that it didn't really help them. But in my case, it has helped me. In Devin's case, it's helped her. She's not had a migraine either. We took her out to dinner last night, and I asked her, you know, there for the first few days she was texting me, another day, no migraine. So she hasn't had a migraine. So in our case, and we both have them extremely bad, we're doing good. So it didn't hurt. I read a lot of reviews that said, I'm not gonna lie, it really hurt bad. Well, I've been told that I have a high tolerance for pain, but I really didn't hurt. I could feel it. I mean, it was like a pinch, but nothing major. And throughout the week, I just kept, I keep spraying my the cleaner on it that I got from them. I do it at least four times a day. I've been spraying that on, and I don't mess with it, but I haven't had any problems. I wanted to show you. Yeah, it's pouring, thundering. Normally I would have a really bad headache. I surely would not be standing out here on the porch listening to the rain, because I would have been in the house under my covers in the dark with a Max Salt and a Phenergan for nausea. Yeah, I'm a happy camper even though it's raining. Today is 3 weeks since I got my Daith piercing, and I wanted to give it a few weeks before I actually finished this video and posted it, to make sure if I was going to have any migraines, then I would be able to tell you. It's almost like since I had my Daith piercing, we've had such terrible weather as far as thunderstorms, thunderclouds, and my worst migraines are barometric pressure migraines. So in the past 3 weeks, I have had 1 migraine, It was on a bright sunny day, no barometric pressure at all, but it was a bad day for me. I got stopped for speeding, got a speeding ticket. I went to Weight Watchers. My weigh-in wasn't the best. I was actually on my way to Weight Watchers when I got my speeding ticket. I only gained 0.8, but you know, a gain is not fun. And then I had a kind of stressful, emotional day, so I ended up with a migraine that day. I did have to take a Max Salt. The next day I had a few rebounds. If you have migraines, you know what I'm talking about. That's where your migraine, your vision is still kind of messed up, your head still is really sore, but my rebounds were not as bad as they normally would be with a migraine of that size. And normally if I would get a migraine as bad as I had one that day, I would end up with rebounds for 3 or 4 days later. This time I only had rebounds the very next day, and then I was fine. So with all the bad weather that we've had, the barometric pressure wise, I have had a couple of times that my vision has been kind of off, but I just had a cornea transplant, and I don't know if my transplant was in my right eye. My migraines actually come in my left eye, but when it's barometric pressure migraines, my vision can be off in both eyes. But I don't know if my vision being off is due to my cornea transplant, because I really haven't had any pain. So I feel like this Daith piercing was a must, and it has definitely worked, even though I had the one migraine. But normally if I had not had this Daith piercing, I would have been, for the past 3 weeks, we've had at least 3 or 4 thunderstorms each week, throughout the week, and out of all of that, I've only had one migraine and just a few vision blurs. So I definitely recommend, if you have migraines, try it out. I mean, the worst that can happen is you still have migraines, but you have acute piercing. But if you live near the Greer area, like I've mentioned already in this video, go visit Greg at Some Pricks, because you got to get somebody that knows what they're doing, and I feel like he really knew what he was doing when he pierced me. And both the guys that work there have been trained and know what they're doing. I've read a lot of good comments about their piercings. They have a lot of good reviews on their Facebook site and their website, so go give them a visit. And that's all for now. I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. I have left it, I haven't posted it yet because, like I said, I wanted to give it a few weeks just to make sure everything was going to be good. But yeah, I'm pleased. I'm glad that I did it, and I'm pleased with Greg and Some Pricks. So y'all be blessed, friends.
Ocean, climb up the tallest tree and